welcome back to another episode of Queen Convos, Life Goals for the Queen in You podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you are listening on your favorite podcasting platforms, welcome back or welcome for the first time. I'm so happy to have you. And if you are listening and watching me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe for your girl. Okay, let's build up this community of positivity, encouragement, empowerment, and good vibes all around. So let's not waste any time and let's jump into our Queen Quote of the Week. If you do not know, our Queen Quote of the Week is our weekly affirmations that we say to ourselves to keep ourselves going, to keep ourselves uplifted, keep ourselves in a good vibe, in a good mood, and elevated. All right, so our Queen Quote for this week says, I deserve love, peace, happiness, and joy. What? I deserve love, peace, happiness, and joy. Like, that's the bare minimum. Like, we need to understand that those are the minimum. We deserve that, and we deserve so much more. But we, at the very least, the very minimum, deserve love, peace, happiness, and joy. And don't let anybody tell you that you don't deserve any of those things. If there's someone who tells you that, baby, they need to keep it moving. So I'm going to repeat it again. So it gives you time to put it in your memory, put it in your heart, put it in your mind. And it says, I deserve love, peace, happiness, and joy. And that is your Queen Quote of the Week. So for our royalty time this week, I thought it would be appropriate to just give flowers where flowers are due, okay? And for this week, I wanted to give flowers or make an appreciation post, if you will, for Tia and Tamara, okay? Now, you probably like, what? Tia and Tamara? Yes, Tia and Tamara. Like, think about it. They started out as childhood actors. They turned out to be well-adjusted human beings. They are beautiful. They are talented. They are multifaceted. They are successful to this day. They haven't gotten caught up in all of the foolishness and foolery of the entertainment business of Hollywood and all of that. And they are still blossoming and growing. And the one thing I don't like is every time that either Tia or Tamara is posted like on these blog sites or whatever, people in the comments or even the blog sites themselves would reference them. Oh, like Tia is the black twin and Tamara is the white twin or whatever. No, we got to stop that. Like, stop it. Just because one twin doesn't conform to what you think blackness is or what you think being black is all about, that does not take away from the fact that these two are both beautiful black women, okay? They have different personalities. Like, it's just insane to me. So can we stop that? Like, it's 2023. Can we stop talking about people in that fashion, especially when they are really like unproblematic and almost unbothered? Like, I feel like, even though I don't know them personally, obviously, but I feel like they are just good-natured human beings. I mean, we all have our faults and we all have our flaws, obviously, but come on, like, just let them be, let them live their lives. Tia is going through things now, and I'm sure Tamara is going through things as well, but they are still thriving. And that's why I wanted to give them their flowers today. Tia and Tamara, if you listening, or somebody tag Tia and Tamara, because I love them. I've been watching them for so long, and I just really do just appreciate how they have upheld themselves or conducted themselves in the entertainment business and just in life in general. So shout out to Tia and Tamara. Those my girls. They my girls in my head anyway. But yes, that was my little appreciation post for them, or appreciation moment for them. If you think there are other people that deserve flowers and they need to be given their flowers, drop it in the comments. Let me know who you think is either like underrated or under the radar and people really don't talk about, but they really deserve their flowers. And if I don't know who they are, I'm gonna look them up and see like what's going on. You know what I mean? So yes, let me know in the comments what you think. Let me know in the comments what you think about Tia and Tamara in general, and if you think that they deserve their flowers just as much as I think they do. Let your girl know. Now you know what time it is. Baby, your majesty awaits. It's time for the majesty moment. So for our majesty moment this week, if you have read the title of this episode, you know we are talking about the 7 common misconceptions or myths about me. Okay. If you don't know me, obviously you're like, I don't know any of these things, girl. So what are you talking about? Or these are some things that you may have thought about yourself during our time together if you have been listening to me for a while. And if you know me in real life, you definitely may have thought about these things about me. So I am here to dispel these myths. Come on now. So let's go ahead and get into it. The first misconception or myth about me is that I am a suburban girl. Now you may hear how I speak or whatever the case may be. You like, girl, you from the suburbs. And look, there's nothing wrong with being from the suburbs. If you from the suburbs, rep that proudly. You know what I mean? If I was from the suburbs, I would be like, yes, I'm a suburban girl. Okay. It's like, what? So what you really saying? But that's just not my experience. The truth is I've lived in the inner city. The inner city. I'm only saying inner city so people can understand what I'm talking about. I've lived in the hood my entire life until I moved out when I became an adult. Like that's just been my experience. And I guess it's how, I speak or I carry myself or where I've gotten to in life, which is not really that far in my opinion, but I'm still growing. But I mean, come on, like you cannot make that assumption. My parents have taught me, look, you don't have to be a product of your environment. Just because you live here don't mean you have to take on the attributes that people think are common to where you live. And that's how we were raised. So in the midst of everything, in the midst of the shootings, in the midst of the stabbings, in the midst of, the violence, in the midst of the love and the happiness and the camaraderie, also of living in the hood, like that. I mean, that's how we were brought up. We were brought up to not conform, but to be different, be yourself. And honestly, that's by the grace of God. Because we were all one mistake away from falling in to the foolery, okay? But yes, not a suburban girl. And like I said, if I was, I would definitely be repping it, okay? I'm repping a nice big old house and whatever. Like, no. Sorry, baby. Sorry to disappoint you guys. Like, that's not my experience. And if you want to know more about my experience, you can just ask me. Okay, moving on. Number 2. It kind of goes with the first one, but that I came from money. So the second myth is that I came from money. That is even further from the truth that I was a suburban girl. Like, no, money. It's the exact opposite of money. As y'all know, or if you don't know, I've mentioned this before, I'm the first generation born in America. My mom, when she came to this country at the age of 17, she started to work at McDonald's as a crew person and was there for over 25 years, worked her way up to being general manager, of course, in different areas or whatever, but she worked her way up. But we struggled. Even with that level of success in her careers and stuff like that, that the money just wasn't there. Okay. I was struggling for lunch money for school. Shout out to all the people, especially like in high school and whatnot, where, had to pay for lunch every day. Shout out to those people who, when I asked for money, and I try to do it in a way that was like, not trying to put my business out there on the streets, but shout out to those people who actually gave me like 50 cents or gave me $1 or anything. Like, y'all know who y'all are if y'all remember, but I don't forget. I remember y'all, and I'm thinking I'm forever grateful because, like, come on now. Those were like tough times, and they were embarrassing times. And it just wasn't me, it was my siblings as well. I mean, we talk about it from time to time about those type of experiences. But yeah, no money, not really. There was no extra money, I should say. Thank God we had a roof over our head. The lights were on. We had food on our table sometimes, and most of the times it was because back in the day when my mom was able to bring home like her meal, they used to get free meals at McDonald's for working there, at least one free meal. She would bring that home and we would, split it and whatnot. So that was, one of our meals. And, thank God my mom and dad, they came from Caribbean country. So we would be able to stretch the food like with a lot of rice and a lot of stews and things like that, and I'm sure that contributed to whatever health stuff going on. But hey, we had to do what we had to do. Okay. So like I said before, I actually had to put myself through college and law school with loans, with scholarships, and things like that. So yeah, no money. Trust me, I wish we did. And shout out to all the people who know, like, when you used to ask for stuff and your parents was like, no. And you be like, man, they just saying no just to say no. Like, they got money. I mean, they working, they got money. But then when you get older, you like, nah, like, you got money for your bills. You got money to keep food on the table, barely, and then keep a roof over your head. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that there was never any extra money, because we were able to somehow, some way, get to experience a lot of culture, maybe like going to DC and going to different museums and things like that. But not just to be getting like the latest sneakers or the latest clothes or anything like that. No, it just wasn't there. But I am grateful for the experience because it allowed me to understand like the value of $1. I mean, obviously I still had like my struggles with learning how to budget and learning how to like really make the money stretch and not just splurge on different things. Because, when you don't come from money, you get a little bit of money. You're like, okay, well, I'm gonna get the things that I never had before. But then I had to learn very quickly, like, you can't do that either. It has to be a balance. So it allowed me to understand, like, not everybody has it, but, be sympathetic and empathetic for people's situations, including my own. So yes, myth number 2, come from money. No, that ain't right. Okay. Myth number 3 is that I am confident in public speaking. Even though I may look and sound confident while I am public speaking, like, I get so nervous. Even when I had to raise my hand in class when I was back in school, I would get so nervous. My heart starts pounding fast. Like, that, it like radiates off of me. I just get so, I get so nervous. So it doesn't matter It really doesn't matter the situation, honestly. I love to do karaoke. I do karaoke. I try to go frequently. But even though it doesn't matter how many times I do karaoke, when it's my turn or it's the turn before me, I get so nervous. So yeah, no. Even though I may look like I'm confident in my public speaking abilities, girl, no, not so much. I still get nervous. So if you are like that, don't worry about it. Don't worry, I don't know if I'm going to say it right or whatever. Just practice what you're going to say. Let it become second nature. And you still going to get those little nerves, but it's okay. You're going to get through it. And really just act like you know what you're doing. Because that's what I try to do. Okay, myth number 4. I've never experienced hardship in my life. That is a complete myth. And I know everybody experiences some type of hardship, and it's a hardship to you, specific to you. We're not playing the comparison in the hardship game, okay? Whatever you are going through, that's your hardship. So whatever I went through, that's my hardship, because it's specific to me and it impacted me in the way that your hardship would impact you. So yeah, I've experienced a lot of things. Some of the worst things that you can experience as a child that you should not experience, or that you wouldn't wish on any child. And it shapes you. It really does affect how you move today until you come to a decision or you get therapy to help you understand that, hey, whatever happened to me was not my fault. Okay. It was not my fault. It wasn't anything about me. It was whatever the situation was. It had nothing to do with me. I just happened to be there. But once you decide, once you make the decision, this is not going to have control over me any longer, then with the help of God and therapy, you start to break the bonds and break the ties of those negative situations that happen. And then you move forward. And that's what happened. That's what happened to me. But other than that, like I was saying before, just struggling in general. People, if you have never struggled, you never had to worry where your next meal was coming from. You never had to worry about where you're going to find money for your bills, where you can find money to keep a roof over your head and things like that. Then you may not be able to resonate with this, but you may be able to resonate with, your own struggles in your own sector. But really, all of this, and I say all this to say, it's a testament to how good God is and how awesome he is, because he never leaves you. Even when you're going through the worst times and trials in your life, he is still there. Now, depending upon the relationship you have with him, you may not be able to feel him as strongly as if you have a good and communicative relationship with him. But he's just so awesome, and he'll always take you through a situation so you can grow through it. So then you can be a testament to someone else, and you can have a testimony to encourage and inspire others. And he'll never break you. He'll bend you, but he'll never break you. Okay. So yes, myth number 4, experience hardship, never experience hardship. That's a myth. I have, and I'm sure everyone has as well. Myth number 5. Now, myth number 5 is interesting. It says that I am not emotional. Myth number 5 says that I'm not emotional. But really, I am. I have a lot of emotions. I get hurt. I cry. I do all of that, all of the works. I have a lot of emotions. However, I just have the ability to compartmentalize those different situations, and depending upon where I am or what the situation calls for, I can adjust You know what I mean? So it was like one situation, I cannot let it affect the other situation, even though like those emotions are still there, if that makes sense. And along with that same, I'm going to group this one together as well, is that like I don't like hugs or like to be hugged. I enjoy hugs. It's so crazy. There was a meme online. I think it was with like a Finding Nemo character. I think it was Dory. I don't know. I don't think it was Dory. Forgive me if I'm messing it up. It saying like, me saying I'm nice. I don't know why people think I'm mean. And then the picture shows the fish being like literally mean, the faces and the facial expressions. And I think that's what happens with me. Like my facial expressions, the way my face rests is not like pleasant. Okay. I'm very self-aware. It's not pleasant. So if you catch me with my face like that, you will automatically assume like, ooh, let me stay away from her. But it's the opposite. Like I enjoy that. I welcome people to come up to me, to sit next to me, to hug me. A lot of people ask me, can I give you a hug? They say, can I give you a hug? I'm like, yeah, girl, come on, give me a hug. Like, it's just like what I give off. And I understand that. I completely understand that. But I'm just making this public service announcement that I enjoy hugs. I do have emotions, and I welcome anyone who does. The only thing that I don't like is like the unnecessary touching or tapping me. Like you can talk to me. You don't have to keep tapping me every 5 minutes. Okay. Stop tapping me. You don't have to do that. I enjoy my personal space as well. Okay. Cause I give people their personal space. I enjoy my personal space as well. But if we are already talking and having that kind of like relationship or that kind of rapport, like, come on, girl. I'm fine. You can give me a hug. We could talk. We could chat. We could do all of that. Right? Okay. Just want to put that out there. So myth number 5, that, I'm not emotional or I don't like hugs or to be hugged. That's false. Get that myth out of here. Number six is that I am too holy to be human. Like if y'all know me, like, come on, like, like if you really know me, that that's farthest from the truth. Now I'll say this up and down, sideways, backwards, frontwards, to the side, to the left, to the right. I love God. Like I love him. I love my relationship with him. I love continuing to develop my relationship with him, getting to know him each and every day. I love that. I love the word. I love all of that. But baby, I am too human. Okay. I am too human to be that holy. Okay. I am a real life person. I go through real life stuff. I get angry. I get upset. Man, sometimes I cuss a little bit. But I think that's a part of it why people think that is because like it's not in my vernacular to like just be cussing out here all day and all night. You know what I mean? Like that just never been a part of me. So it's like I'm not like gonna incorporate it now. But sometimes I will drop a little, you know what I mean? I drop a little curse word every now and again. Like who doesn't? You know what I mean? But it's just not a part of my daily vocabulary. And the thing about me is like I don't judge anybody where they are at. So I hang around whomever, you know what I mean? Well, of course, I keep my discernment up, and it's like I'm not going to be around people that I know is going to be a detriment to me. But just because your lifestyle is different than my lifestyle does not mean that I will not engage in conversation with you, that I will not hang out with you or anything like that. You know what I mean? I'm just not going to participate in the things that you do, but that doesn't mean I'm going to shun you or chastise you for anything that you do or participate in, period. So you're not going to get that from me. And I've said that before, but it's just a reminder. Yes, I am a minister in training. Yes, I am a preacher's kid. Yes, I've been in church almost my entire life, if not my entire life, pretty much my entire life, I should say that. But all of those things are true. And the fact that I'm human and I live a regular life, it's just God is at the center. So you take that how you want to take that. But for me, myth number 6, too holy to be human, that is false. That is false, baby. Sorry to disappoint you. And number 7, the last myth that I want to dispel, or the last misconception that I want to I was about to say, the last misconception that I want to debunk is that I have it all together or that I have it all figured out. Absolutely, positively, no, I do not. I do not have it all together. I do not have it all figured out. I do not. And I will sit here proudly and tell you that. Okay. Just before I kind of switched my trajectory, I thought I had something. I had a little bit figured out, you know what I mean? Like going on the traditional path. But no, once God said, you thought you had it figured out? You thought I was feeling you? No. Switch the game up. So really now I'm just going by the leading of the Lord. Like, okay, this is what you instilled in me. This is what you want me to do. This is part of what you want me to fulfill my assignment. So I'm going to rock with it. I don't know where it's going to take me. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what I'm doing half the time. Okay. And I know y'all could resonate. And that's really primarily why I started Fit for Life Consulting Services, because baby, our lives are not traditional. My life is not traditional by any means. Okay. Even if it started out traditional, like, okay, the curves and the paths and the different things and the detours, baby, it's all there. So like, I wanted to create a space and opportunity for those people to get guidance, even if it's not how people think your life should have turned out or where you should go or what you should be doing. We welcome you, okay, at Fit for Life. We want to make sure that you are fit for life. Okay, shameless plug, go to www.fitforlifeconsulting.com and you can see what services we have to provide and see if it and we are a good fit for your life. Okay? So that is all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this episode as I was debunking or dispelling these myths about me. Let me know in the comments, what is a common misconception or myth about you that people think about you that you want to let people know, say, that's not me. You got it all wrong. Let me know in the comments. And also let me know, what is your favorite part of this episode today and this week? Thank you so much for listening and tuning in. If you've gotten to this part of the episode, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe for me. You know what to do. I appreciate you guys so much. You don't even understand. Thank you so much for listening. I'm going to get out of here. It's your girl, Melissa. And remember to adjust your crown, walk in your purpose, and always remember who you are. Catch you later. Hey, you guys, it's your girl, Melissa, host of Queen Convos, Life Goals for the Queen in You. Thank you so much for listening. If you like what you heard today, please feel free. And matter of fact, go ahead and do your girl a favor and like, comment, subscribe. And if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, please go ahead and rate and review. I love you guys so much for listening, and I will see you later.